Hello everybody. I'm working on setting up the plans for my next project, and I thought I would show you guys what I had, what I'm thinking of making, and sort of walk you through some of the steps that I took to make it. So, never mind the messy room. What I'm working on making is a wall-mounted desk of sorts to hold my laptop, and then a secondary monitor, which I don't have in display there, that is hiding over here. I'm going to use one of those two, and that will get mounted right up behind the laptop itself, sort of like the shelf I have back here now. However, it'll be riding a bit lower, so the secondary screen's right on top of this screen for height-wise. And then behind that, I will have space for, once the contract changes, my portable hard drives and some other computer peripherals. So, I've got the size of the monitor marked, the size of my laptop, how deep it is, how deep the laptop is, and then a very rough, non-to-scale drawing of the shelf itself. And then just to make sure that it actually all looks right and it should actually function properly, I went and I drew it up in Inkscape. And I'll show you guys what day I'm working on this. It is February 16th. So this is what it'll basically look like. It'll have, I don't have it drawn in here, there'll be a shelf on here that rotates, and that will be where my mouse pad will be, so that will actually go and swing out and allow for the mouse pad, and then when I don't need that I can swing it back in underneath there. Because I'm using my laptop, I do not need a shelf for a keyboard, because that's obviously built right into it. So the laptop will end up stacking up to the top here. This is the laptop, this is the monitor, the shelf for the monitor, the shelf for the laptop that will stick out the 16 inches. The shelf for the monitor itself only needs to be about 6 inches deep, and then I will get either 2 or 3 shelves on half of that on the one side. So it'll either just have one shelf that is maybe a little more towards the middle, or 3. It's only like 7 inches tall right there. It's from the top of this shelf to the top of this shelf is 7 inches, and then the laptop is 10 inches tall, which then provides for having access to the monitor directly on top of the laptop screen. And then this is going to be wall mountable, that I can stick it to whatever height that I need. Probably do it a little higher, that I can either stand and work on the laptop, or I can sit on a taller like bar stool type thing instead of a shorter chair. And then more than likely I will put a hook on one side or the other to allow for the laptop bag to hang next to it, along with whatever else I would need to hang on that, and then stick a power strip more than likely on the inside, on the upside down, that I can then plug in the laptop and the monitor and whatever else I need running off of that. So those are my plans. I now need to scout out some wood and get working on cutting some pieces out. Alright, so I've been working for a while. I'm trying to find my parts that I hid someplace. There we go. Alright, so I've got, there you go, my two shelves for the inside. These will be the two outrights that what I'm gluing on here right now will go on top. And that's what the laptop will actually sit on top of. I then have the inner wall that'll hold the two shelves. And then the two outside walls are roughly cut right now. Let's see if I can get some better light here. Those are cut. You have the top shelf, bottom shelf, and then the pieces here will either go on the inside of this or the outside. I haven't figured that out yet. And then, so, sort of goes together. This wall that doesn't want to stand on its own. So that'll be sort of like that, 18 inches apart. That'll in there, and then these will go like that, and then these go sticking out for the laptop to rest on. So, there we go. So it'll be something like that. So, on here, get my camera so I can see. That part's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. I'm gluing this right now. I'm gluing this. And then I just have to cut this piece out, which I'll wait until this is all glued up. I'll cut the curve on later, along with the arch on there. Probably once I get these two parts actually put together. So that's the end of part 1. Probably only got a part 2, maybe a part 3 if I decide to paint or stain it. And I should look at the camera. So that's the end of part 1. I will definitely have a part 2, possibly a part 3 if I decide to either paint or stain it. But I will catch you guys all next week when I post the next video. So I will see you then.
That's when police arrived to arrest the couple.
Lights.
Their waiter had alerted the police after seeing the